In detail about the transmissions of viruses. Viruses transmissions involves a virus entering a new host through a specific portal of entry, often replicating and spreading within the host and exciting into the host and spreading within the host cells. Common transmissions method include droplets include droplets and transmissions method coughing and sneezing, the fecal oral route by the contaminated food and water. The fecal oral route and direct contact, sexual and touching, touching and sexual contact, and the vector-borne transmissions insects, vector-borne transmissions insect, and the contaminated parental transmissions, contaminated blood, contaminated transmissions bloods, and contaminated needles. Vertical transmissions can be horizontal and persons to persons, and verticals mother to baby, and verticals mother to baby, verticals mother to baby, vertical mother to baby, vertical mother to baby, and zoonotic animals to humans, zoonotic animals to humans. And key concept: portal of entry, the specific point where a virus enters the host body. The host body, specific point at the host body, such as the respiratory tract and urogenital and the digestive tract and urogenital tract, and portal of exit. Portal of exit, the route by which a virus, the route by which a virus leaves the host, and often the same sense route it routes host range. The variety of the host infected into the viruses of infected viruses of infected viruses of infected infected, ranging from narrow to broad, lasting from its ends, object and surfaces have contaminated with infectious forms. फिर क्या बोलते हैं, क्या चीज़ है, modes of transmissions: direct contact and respiratory droplets, and respiratory droplets contaminated respiratory droplet contaminated virus infected when the viruses infect the viruses, and the cough, sneeze, and talks, and the droplets can be inhaled by droplets can be inhaled by other, the droplets can be inhaled by other, and droplets can be inhaled by other and land on mucous membranes. Direct contact: physical contact, and such as physical contact such as touching and kissing the skin of an infected person, infected persons. Direct is infected for last answer का चाहिए direct persons. Sexual contacts: transmissions can be transmissions can be bodily and fluids during sexual intercourse. And airborne transmissions: indirect transmission: viruses can be suspended in the long periods can be inhaled and leading to the infections, and contaminated food and water, and touching vomits, touching and surfaces, and touching and surfaces can be others as the doorknobs and utensils. Food and water: viruses can be transmitted from the other as the food and other can be food and water. Vector-borne transmissions: insect the viruses can be vector-borne transmissions can insect into the vector-borne disease. लास्ट में का हल parental transmission financial transmission viruses can be contaminated such as the transmissions of blood and during such as the transmissions of bloods and transmissions of bloods and transmissions of bloods and contaminated and shared needles. Types of contaminated horizontal viruses can be other viruses can be other viruses can be other and the new generations. Verticals horizontal verticals viruses can be baby from born and the pregnancy and the baby of the birth and childbirth. Last का चाहिए verticals horizontals vertical horizontal वो का चाहिए horizontal and zoonotic viruses can be zoonotic animals to humans.